Hello, everybody. This is Andy, and welcome to episode 2 of Gregtech New Horizons Season 2. And the main focus of this episode is to begin automating Steam fully, or at least if not fully, to a much further extent than we have it currently. Like, I guess this is technically entirely passive and I can get a bunch more simple solar boilers, but we would need probably 100 of these things in order to provide a reasonable amount of steam. There are much better ways of producing steam to power our first LV machines. We'll begin to try and produce steel to get into the LV age a little bit, but I don't know if we'll actually deal with any of that stuff this episode because, we want to get all our infrastructure down first, and then we can begin getting into the electricity ages. Currently, I have some calcite being not smelted, macerated up over here. The simple solar boilers produce more steam than it takes to run the macerator, which is really chill, so I can just leave this thing here and let it run while I go mining. I mined some lapis in between episodes. That's why I have calcite. That's where the calcite comes from. I now need to go mine a little bit of gypsum because that's also a part of this fire brick recipe. And then we can begin the long process of creating the fire bricks and creating the blast furnace. So let's go ahead and... Is this thing broken? No. Let's go ahead and go mine a basaltic mineral sand vein, I think. And this right here is the stuff we're looking for, the gypsum ore in the walls and the grounds of the basaltic mineral sand vein. So I'm gonna mine this out for a little while. I like to do these cleanly because it's basically impossible to mine the entire thing out by hand with just a pickaxe like this. Once we get the hammer, it'll be much easier to mine these things out fully in like 1 or 2 trips and take a significantly less amount of time. But since we don't have that right now, I need to, not ruin my life. So we need approximately, I think, 36 to 38 gypsum in order to make 1 brick blast furnace. And each brick blast furnace after that will cost less, but for now, we will just get through the 1. And I've already found 7, so this shouldn't take very long. I'm gonna mine for maybe 10 minutes, and I'll be right back. Alright, the mining is entirely done. I've got a little bit of calcite crushed up. I'm going to crush up the last 7 pieces there, and hopefully this forge hammer won't destroy my steam buffer. I think... I'm not sure if we're keeping up. I don't think we're keeping up. I think we're barely not keeping up, but this thing runs so quickly, it won't be an issue. Alright, let's also do a tiny bit of automating, and... Uh-oh, I didn't make another file. I should probably do that really quickly. Do I have any sticks around? Of course I do not. Basically, I want to put these hoppers above and below the what are they called? The machines? Is that the word that I'm supposed to use? The machines, in order to at least get a little bit of batch automation going, so I can shove like a bunch of ingots to turn into plates in all at once, or a bunch of things to get ground up in the macerator all at once, and won't really have to worry about it that much. And I'll just go ahead and throw chests in front of here, so whoopsies, so we can collect the items. And now that I've got all that started up over there, basically the next thing I have to do is go mine a bunch of clay. So I'm gonna go spend half an hour mining clay for a rigged blast furnace. See you in a while. Perhaps some of my complaining was in vain. This is a completely reasonable thing for me to be doing, mining all of this clay for this bricked blast furnace that requires an incredible amount of clay. Because clay is balanced. Like, this is the way the game is supposed to be. Like, I don't know. I don't know where my mind was. I apologize greatly. Okay, things are going a little slowly. I don't have enough charcoal, actually, to cook up these unfired clay bricks to turn into bricks, to turn into bricks, to turn into brick dust. Excuse me, there it is. So we need some steam furnaces going, and I'm gonna set 2 of them up right here. Hopefully, yep, they'll connect, and I'll have them I need to have them export to the side, but I don't have a wrench on me right now. I need a hopper on the top of each of them and a hopper on the bottom. So I need 2 more hoppers, except I'm waiting for the forge hammer to finish its job and give me these iron plates. So we should be good to go now. And let's get this stuff cooking. Hopefully, well, hopefully it's not super, super loud everywhere. And it does look like we're eating steam definitely faster than we can produce at this point. Ooh, we're not even getting enough steam. Okay, that's an issue. That means we can't extract fast enough. Huh. Wait, no, I'm just an idiot. I entirely forgot in the 5 seconds I was recording that clip that, I need to release the steam in order for it to actually run. And now it should be able to do its job just fine as soon as it figures out that it is able to do its job. Hello? Ah, there we go. Gotta refresh the machine. And hopefully these things together don't drain it too much. I think we are net losing, but it's so slow that we'll be fine to shove these in here and just let them run for a while. In the meantime, since I know I'm probably gonna want, or actually not probably, I know I'm gonna want one later on, I'm working on the solid fueled boiler and the low pressure tanks for the boiler. So we're gonna have a 2x2 of these. So basically how these things works, I could show how these things work. I could show you later, but I'm gonna show you now because I'm bored and have been playing for an hour and a half and have barely recorded anything. So you have these firebox casings. You put them down in like a whatever size you want here. If you want a 2x2, you're also going to have to do a 2x2 or a 2x2x2 of the low pressure boiler tanks up top for this. And if you want to, you can also do a 1x1, which is 1 and then 1 on top there, or a 3x3, which is 3 and then 3 tall, I think. Yes. So it can be very big. I'm going to make the mid-size one. We will produce a fair amount of steam. I think it said 10 per tick per one, so that'd be 80 per tick. 80 times, what is it? 20? That's 1,600 steam per tick. That's a good amount of steam per second. 1,600 steam per second. That is much faster than this, which is 240 both combined. So it's almost 8 times as fast as that. Okay. I have iron plates done here. I'm gonna need a ton of iron plates for this thing because I need not that many here, but a bunch for this thing. I need 4 iron furnaces, 4 cauldrons, and then a bunch more there. But I've already made the bronze firebox casing, so we're on our way. All right, here we go. The 4 solid fuel boilers. Now I just need 8 of the tanks. And here we go, the 8 low pressure boiler tanks. My hammer broke in the middle, but that's perfectly fine. They do all stack. I was a little worried they might not stack there because they weren't made with the same hammer. Gregtech in 1.7 is incredibly weird. If you didn't know, machines remember how they were built. So if you build something with as you can see, this can be made with iron item casing or iron casing from Gregtech or Industrial Craft. Depending on which one of those you use, the block will be tagged differently, I think. Or maybe the Railcraft ones won't. No, wait. The Railcraft ones will, because the ones that have been placed here, don't stack. So I think that'll be the case, but this should form the multi-block just like that. Okay, perfect. It does need water, so we'll need to run our water pipe over to here as well. And it uses solid fuel to get up to temperature and then produce steam. The main issue being, with this guy, we need to produce a lot of solid fuel, which I'm not capable of doing yet. And oh goody, wouldn't you look at that? A blood moon is rising, so I can't sleep and allow my steam to build up. Oh god. Did anyone else just see him disappear? Because he straight up just disappeared. Okay, I'm leaving. Okay, so I did a bunch of work off camera. Basically, all of the extra work to get up to the stuff for the brick blast furnace. All I need is a bunch more buckets because crafting these without a ton of buckets is entirely obnoxious and I don't want to do it. And some iron plates to make these furnaces really quickly, which should be done in just a moment. So let me gather up the things I need for that and we can begin crafting our blast furnace. Alright, I'll make you watch the first couple bricks that I make. This is gypsum now, top and bottom. And then I won't make you watch anymore because it's kind of the worst. Bucket of concrete in the middle. I can only do these about 5 at a time, so this is just going to take, I don't know, 5 minutes for me, which is a little annoying, but we're getting our first fire bricks, and I guess I can make the controller right now. Can't I? 4 iron furnaces around there, the first 4 blast bricks, and the wrench. So we have our furnace, and we have our 1 brick left over. So we can actually pick a place for this. And I think for now, we're probably going to shove it directly next to this coal coke oven. We'll use this coal coke oven specifically for turning... I'm planning on using actual coal coke, so I'll put blocks of coal in here. They'll turn into blocks of coal coke, and then we can just shove them directly into this. I actually found out a little nice system here. We have 2 crafting stations, and I can basically just do this with the water very quickly and fill it up to make the buckets of concrete. The 5 buckets go back in there, and then I can take the bucket of concretes over here to turn them into the fire bricks. Obviously, a workstation from forestry would be a much better thing to use here, but I haven't made those yet. I plan on making a couple very, very soon, because we'll probably need a bunch of them for various projects down the line. But, you know, right now, I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I don't see the bookshelf recipe and don't feel like I need any bookshelves, because I think it's really annoying. So yeah, this should be our last 5 fire bricks going in right here, and then we can make our blast furnace. And last one. Okay, I'm gonna collect all this extra stuff, throw it in my inventory, and it's a kind of a weird structure. You do a 3x3 on the bottom, a 9-block bottom, and then you just do a hollow centered ring all the way up. It needs to be 4 blocks tall, and the center on the top will actually be open, and the structure should form. So we need to look up recipes for this thing. That's not how you do that. We need to find the steel recipe. We need to use the primitive blast furnace recipe, and I think the recipe I'm going to attempt to use is going to be the 1 iron to... what is it? Or 5 iron to 1 block of coke, or 5 iron to 2 blocks of charcoal. So we'll do a couple batches at 5 iron to 2 blocks of charcoal, because I have charcoal already, and I can just throw it in my compressor and get blocks of it. And we can get our first couple pieces of steel, so we can, you know, begin making some alumite and make better tools to better mine things like coal with. Okay, so I only have enough charcoal for 8 blocks of charcoal, which will be 20 pieces of iron. But before I throw it in there, I do just want to mention, blocks of charcoal in this pack, or maybe it's with the Unity texture pack, these things are gorgeous. These things are absolutely beautiful. This would make an incredible road. Maybe if I'm ever like super rich on charcoal, I'll make roads out of it, because I think that'd be very, very nice. But if you haven't noticed, things aren't going to be super pretty for a while in this pack, probably. Most of my time is going to be based around, you know, like improving my technology and getting my infrastructure set up. And maybe I'll put a roof over someday once we have some LV machines, because I don't want them to explode. But, you know, we'll get there. I was claiming some of my quest rewards, and I noticed I got a couple of cakes for my troubles. So we'll just throw these right here. Those are actually some very nice cakes. It makes a wonderful addition to our, whatever the heck this is. Maybe I'll make this pretty someday, but that's not going to happen right now. You know me, like I was literally just talking about 2 seconds ago. Prettiness is not going to happen. So I have jelly beans. These things will be eaten. And I guess I'll figure where to put some of this food stuff out. And then we can open some loot bags, I guess. Okay, loot bag time. I think I only have 4. Wait, I forgot to see. Do I have quest rewards in here still? Oh yeah, I've got a bunch. Are any of these worth it? Probably not. Ooh, 64 crop sticks. Don't mind if I do. Jeez, that's a beautiful thing. I did notice there was an IC2 crop bag for that. Maybe I should have gone for that. Maybe we could have gotten something really, really good like rapeseed. Which, if you didn't know, rapeseed, I've never actually like put it to use in this pack because I never got to like biodiesel reduction. But it's a very, very, very good source of seed oil. And therefore a very good source of biodiesel. These crop sticks can go to use somewhere someday. But let's go ahead and spam these 4 and see what happens. Couple emeralds, bunch of wood screws, those will come in handy later. More jelly beans, a water bucket. Yeah, that kind of sucks. 6 steel rods. Can I melt these actually and turn them straight into steel ingots? That'd be kind of chill. I can pulverize them. Oh, I can pulverize them. Let's do that. And that kind of just gives us a straight 3 ingots of steel. I'm going to go ahead and throw... Ooh. Does this not melt? This used to melt. Maybe this doesn't melt anymore. Do I literally have to throw this in a blast furnace to get it to be useful in any meaningful way? Infernal blast furnace, I guess, could do something. It's supposed to melt. Maybe it just takes a million years? But that does not appear to be melting. Wait, no. The structure's invalid. Wait, what's wrong with this thing? At some point, I'm going to need to put a top on this because the snow keeps ruining it. So now if we put it in there, it should melt just fine. Okay, perfect. I did end up voiding some aluminum brass, but I think I'll live. This steel will go straight towards the alumite mixing because it uses 1, 2. That is not quite a fourth of a steel ingot, is that? That's 64. That's a really weird ratio of steel to aluminum to obsidian. But we'll figure it out. I have enough charcoal to begin producing another 5 iron ingot or another 5 ingots of steel, but I accidentally put it in the forge hammer and turned it into mini charcoal, which apparently can't be turned back into normal charcoal. So this is quite literally just useless to me. Waste of 18 pieces of charcoal and a waste of a little bit of time, but I guess we'll be okay. This is a third, or yeah, about a third done, maybe a little over a third done, closing it on halfway. It takes a long time to make steel in the brick blast furnace, which is why you usually want to have multiple of them. We just literally can't afford it right now. And I don't think I've mentioned this actually. You see that stuff coming out of here? Most machines in Gregtech produce pollution, or at least most non-steam based machines produce some form of pollution. I believe carrying over from the last playthrough, season 1, I still have pollution turned off. For the time being, that setting is going to stay the way it is because I don't know how to change it, if I'm being completely honest with you. I have long since forgotten how to get to that config setting. So whenever the pack updates to the newest version, I know there's a dev version that's released already, and a new update will be coming soon. So as soon as that version comes, pollution will be back on, and we'll have to actually worry about that type of stuff. But for now, we're just kind of chilling. All right, I think that's going to be the end of the first recording session, actually. I know this one was probably a shorter one, and I might have done a lot of talking in it and not a whole lot of, like, getting stuff done, but you know, I tried to explain things in the clearest way possible because the blast furnace is one of the first big challenges in Gregtech New Horizons. It's one of the first big challenges in most Gregtech packs because you need to start getting your first steel, and the recipe is usually fairly expensive. So I'll see you guys in the next recording session. Hopefully it'll be a longer one, and hopefully we can do some more fun stuff than just, you know, grind out the materials necessary for that thing. But who knows? Alright, recording session number 2. You guys ready for this? I know I'm not, because I did a dumb thing. I forgot to let this bricked blast furnace run overnight and get me some steel, so we have 10 pieces of steel to our name. However, that'll be enough for the moment, because the first thing we want to do with this steel, oh hey, some iron plates, is use 4 pieces of it in order to make the alumite I need to make the tool forge. Maybe we'll upgrade our tools to alumite, but alumite's a little annoying to craft, so I don't know about that. I do need obsidian mining level. Oh, I need obsidian mining level. Wait. Oh no, steel is obsidian mining level. I can just make my pickaxe steel pickaxe. So, do I have casts or are they downstairs? Alright, there we go. Steel pickaxe head. Oh wait, no, that only has a mining level of redstone too. How do I mine obsidian? Is there supposed to be a quest for this? I'm hoping that since this tool has already leveled up so much, I will simply be able to put the steel pickaxe head on there. And no, it won't level up. So I think I need to go mine like 900 more blocks. That sounds obnoxious. I don't want to do that right now, but I really want to get the tool forge set up. So do I make a new pickaxe? No, right? Can I add a steel tool rod maybe? And the answer to that question is also apparently no. I might already have a steel tool rod on there if I'm being completely honest. I don't know what I did to a lot of my steel from beforehand. What to do then? Wait, do I have a modifier here? I can put some more redstone on this thing, and then I guess start digging out this hole a little bit more. Also, by the way, I found a picture in a village. I also found some bee stuff, which should come in handy later. I don't know how to do bees, but I do want to do them at some point. Okay. And I broke the item frame and accidentally lost the iconograph. I'm actually really upset. I had 3 of them initially, and now I'm down to 0, because I guess if you right-click with them, they just disappear for some reason, which is kind of dumb, but, yeah, whatever. Okay, I think we want to probably dig down just a little bit, just a couple of steps, and then we can start a second area for whatever else. I'm not sure what, we'll probably turn this into like just a welcome room or maybe a storage room. I don't know if I want to leave my, or move my storage ever, but I'm going to dig for a bit and probably watch a video of some sort, and I'll be back. Alright, here we go. Here's our new little hole. And this thing finally has a mining level of obsidian. All I needed was those 900 blocks or so. So let me put away all of my extra garbage here that needs to go into their respective chests. And I should just be able to go and mine. It is nighttime. Let me get a bucket of water and we'll go find some obsidian. And here we go. I get to do the fun job of mining a bunch of obsidian by hand, but it's okay. I should be able to get like 20 pieces or so. It won't be that bad, and then we can make another portal too. I think I mentioned this last time, but I want to start producing a little bit of brownstone. This is basically just a block that lets you run a little bit faster on it, and I think you can chisel it into many different like looking types of brownstone. Maybe you have to smelt it first and then you can chisel it. Yeah, and I'd like to make our base out of this because I enjoy moving fast in this video game. And I think I'm going to try and make 8 stacks right now, and the ratio for this is 8 stacks of gravel to approximately 57 tin ingots. It's slightly less than that, but I have to use 57 because you can't melt half of an ingot unless you turn it into nuggets, I guess, but I'm not going to do that. So the way that you make this stuff is you put the gravel in there and you pour just a tiny, am I incorrect? I swear I'm not wrong. Molten tin. Oh, the steel is still at the bottom. That's my issue. Throw that in there and you should just be able to put the gravel in and pour just a little bit on there. Takes a second to cast, but it turns into the brownstone. Okay, I'm gonna need a couple hoppers here, and I think a redstone clock, so I can fully automate this and not have to, sit around on my butt and watch it the entire time. It's a little bit of an obnoxious recipe, but oh man, these suck. But I should be able to handle it. Oh, that does need another quartz plate. Looks like we're going to the nether. Let me give you a small piece of advice for this pack, as someone who has played it up to the Applied Energistics age and then quit because it was too much. Don't skimp on resources. There's no reason to skimp on resources. If you see something you want to do and you're like, oh my goodness, that costs so much iron, or that costs so much steel, do it. You'll be glad you did down the line, as long as it's something that's like, worthwhile and will save you time in the long run. And definitely set up your infrastructure well here, because otherwise you'll run into... Geez, I hate that you can't shift Q to throw the whole stack in this version of Minecraft. You'll just run into a roadblock and you'll have a really bad time. Anyways, I need to start pulverizing some obsidian, don't I? And here is the most expensive flint and steel ever made. Actually, do I not have the quest unlocked for that? Oh no, I didn't have 3 steel rods in my inventory at one time. That's obnoxious. I went ahead and cheated myself in a full stack and then, threw it away. So I could complete that quest, because I believe the next quest is to actually enter... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? I guess I'll just break this. I'm not going to cheat that much. And also, I'm really hoping in this version you can have... Oh, you can't have a big portal? Wow, that just ruins my entire life. Jeez, do I have to break all of these now? Oh no. Since we're required to be lame, I guess I'll just throw it over here, and it's 4 up, right? And we'll make the full frame just because I don't want... I don't know, I'm not cutting corners in this pack, haven't you heard? And now we should just be able to go in. And here we are, welcome to the Nether. The Nether in this pack is, like... It's deadly, but it's not, like, crazy. It's nothing, like, super scary. I think pigmen do attack you if you mine their stuff, but, we'll just, try not to let them attack us. And that should just be the one thing that we need. Or, how do I make a plate, actually? Is it a compressor recipe? Where is this? This, nether quartz plate. It is, yeah, dust compressor. That's actually all we need for now. Ow. Don't step on those, by the way. They set you on fire. Not seeing anything super incredible in the very near vicinity. I do want to get some of those glow things over there, because those will be great for getting a source of gold and redstone going, because they can be centrifuged into gold and redstone. But obviously we can't do that until we have LV power. And that was about 3 or 4 minutes of straight microcrafting for one block. But hey, it's over. We have it now, and I can start getting very cool decorative things for my base. Is it snowing again? Yep, my smeltery has already broken. Good thing we can fix that in just a minute. I also... Oh, lever recipe also sucks, doesn't it? Oh, yes, it's the worst. I collected a bunch of seared stone from one of the other villages, so I'm going to make this thing slightly larger, probably not too much larger, because I don't want it to like entirely dominate the landscape here, but probably, oh, bye-bye, probably at this layer, I will just kind of cover off the top, because I think you're allowed to, it won't get mad at you. It might count the top layer as invalid, but that's okay. And then snow can't get in. So what we should observe is that this brownstone is being made automatically, because the clock ticks every once in a while, and it'll just shove that in there. The hoppers will shove the gravel in there, and everything should be quite alright. And it's going to take a long time, but I have a long time. And here we go, the moment we've been waiting for. A bunch of alumite dust. 2 of this can go away, and I need a little bit of aluminum brass in order to make a another cast. What is aluminum brass even made out of anymore? So I run into a bit of an issue. I can't make aluminum brass because there is tin in here and it keeps alloying into bronze instead of aluminum brass. So I just need to let this tin run out. It's taken its sweet time, but I'm sure I can find something else to do in the meantime. In fact, I've got a wonderful journey for us to go on. I need a ton of sand and clay and gravel, and those sand and gravel are gonna wait because I want to get an excavator before I go for those. But clay, clay, you can't really use an excavator on. You just need to use your straight up shovel on. So I'm gonna go get a bunch of clay. The reason I need this is because I want to make a ton of coke ovens, because we're gonna be able to run this guy, or we're gonna have to run this guy off of basically automating coke ovens, and then hopefully a forestry tree farm. Never done forestry before, don't know what to expect, but hopefully it'll be super powerful and it'll keep our whole base running. Just waiting for this to finish up so I can shove those and get some steel going. And then we can go mine so much clay. Isn't that so fun? Ugh, I love it. So I did a little bit of quick math. I want to make 32 coke ovens, which is 832 coke oven, like, brick blocks. That is 3,328, coke bricks, which are unfired or fired, whichever one. They're the exact same item effectively. One's just a little hotter than the other. That is 3,328 clay, and 1.4 times that of sand. That's over a double chest full of clay and almost 2 double chests full of sand. What am I setting myself up for here? Oh, by the way, did I mention people always ask for the seed, or ask for the seed on most of my series? That's what it is right there. If you want to play on this world as well, feel free to. Have fun. Don't play Gregtech New Horizons, I beg of you. I'm doing myself a torture by doing this, but, you know, it's kind of calming. Okay, I'll admit that. It's kind of calming to just, like, go... You know exactly how much you need to dig. You know exactly what you're working towards, and then you just go do it. It's chill. If it wasn't summer, I would feel heavily like I was wasting my time. Oh, hello, gypsum. That means there's probably a, wait, does that mean? No. Gypsum is, basaltic mineral sand, not lapis. Calcite is lapis. Oh, and by the way, I did calculate it out. I need just under a stack, or a chest full of clay balls, and a chest and a half about of sand. The sand is going to be an issue because, one, I need to make an excavator, or I'm going to lose my mind. Two, I don't have a desert in this world yet. I haven't been able to find one. I've gone searching before. I just straight up haven't been able to find one, and digging out sand, like, along the coastline here would be just pure torture. Oh, and, speak of the devil, I think I just got really lucky, actually, geez. Here is a huge looking desert. I'm actually so pleased right now. I was thinking I was gonna have to, like, put off this project for the next recording session, but I think I'll be able to manage it in this one. What's in here? Bye-bye. Anything good in here? I don't think there are chests in these guys, are there? No. Doesn't really look like it. Iron bars, I could probably grab those, it'd probably be worthwhile, but I'm not going to. Alright, so here we go. A full chest of clay. That wasn't actually that bad. And I just need to fill the other 2 with sand. However, the brownstone is still not finished up, so I'm gonna have to wait a minute. Good thing a bunch of it has finished up, which means that we can start decorating. Or we can wait, why can't I speak right now? We can think about decorating? Yeah, I think that works. That's how English works. I can throw some of this in because I think I do want to furnace it, and then I can see what I can chisel it into. I do need to go grab my chisel for that as well. Now, I think you guys definitely never saw this one coming. This is just complete out of left field. You never expected this. But I'm gonna build the outside of my base chunk aligned. Oh my goodness, new idea, says nobody. Like, I don't know. I just think it'll be nice because there are a couple of Gregtech machines here that get pretty angry. Like, if I build these across chunk boundaries, I'm pretty sure they, like, break as soon as I leave, or if these chunks ever get unloaded, which technically they're claimed and will always be loaded, but, like, you never really know how the server works upon boot up and all that kind of stuff. The main issue is steam furnaces are pretty slow, so we're just waiting again. Only 9 ingots left here. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, it is. It's finally finished. And we're about to get our aluminum brass. What? Why do I have so much? Oh my gosh. I had extra tin in there somehow. I think because I accidentally made bronze, I think I overcompensated on the tin. So we're gonna have to overcompensate on the copper now to make sure we get our aluminum brass. And then once I like get all the stuff out of here that I want, I'm probably just gonna break the controller and void all these fluids because, whew, don't want to deal with that. But as soon as the stuff melts, we should get our aluminum brass, and then we can make the alumite plates, and we can make our tool forge, which will allow us to make cool things like the excavator and the hammer and all that other fancy tool stuff. All right, there we go. 6 ingots of molten aluminum brass. I need to change the faucet to over here. And, oh wait, no, I thought I just made a huge mistake. Nope, I didn't. And then it's alumite time. We make 2 large plates of alumite, and it takes forever to pour. Unfortunately, I'm not actually using the seared faucets for anything here, so I can just kind of take them off for the moment. There's the first one. Make me the second one. And I can just convert my tool forge into, or sorry, my tool station into this tool forge, because I pretty much have everything else, just a little bit of crafting to do. All right, here we go. I had to make one of these seared stones using melted cobblestone because apparently you can't convert seared bricks into seared stone for some reason using chisel in this version. I don't know, just a little quality of life feature that exists in higher versions, or the newer versions of the game. Okay, tool forge. Perfect, perfect. And now what I can do is I can shove it right there, and we can make a lot of cool stuff like shurikens or hammers or lumber axes. Very, very cool. Don't think we'll actually ever need that one. Excavators, could we make frying pans before? If we couldn't, frying pans are cool. They're one of my favorite recipes in the game. Shield. Interesting. Didn't know you could make shields. Could make like bows and all that kind of stuff, battle axes. So what we want first is probably this hammer, which is going to require tough tool rod, hammerhead, and 2 large plates. For the large plates, we'll probably just go for a straight, probably bronze, I think would be best for now. All right, I think I'm ready to make my hammer now. I made the 2 bronze plates, which I've reinforced one, which is pretty cool. I made a steel hammerhead just to get that extra reinforced, and as you can see, it has a durability of 3,262, a level 4 mining level, which is fine, and the effective durability is actually not 3,262, it is 4,077, which means I can mine effectively 4,000 blocks because of the reinforced modifiers. We can change these over to obsidian plates later to get more reinforcement modifiers, but for now this should just be fine. The mining speed is incredibly low at the moment. Okay, so there's our first hammer. I'm going to make an excavator as well, which requires, tough binding. I need to make a pattern for one of these, and these cost 3. Okay, this will be fine. Let me gather the parts for that, and I'll be right back. And here we go. I'm just going for a fully bronze excavator that should still give us a bunch of durability, and I can just repair it with bronze instead of having to repair with steel like this thing is. And it has reinforced 1 instead of reinforced 2. Okay, so we will take this with us, and should I go mine coal for a while? I feel like I should go mine coal for a bit and, get this steel hammer leveled up a little bit, and we'll leave the sand and coke ovens for the next recording session. Let me go ahead and, wait, what was I gonna do? Grab my mining backpacks and take some steel with me so I can repair this thing should it need it, and let's go mine. And here we go. This is so much nicer and so much faster than doing it with just the straight hammer, or just the straight pickaxe. And we can probably mine out an entire vein in, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes right now, once I get this thing leveled up to have a little bit more speed on it. I'm going to put redstone on it first. We could probably mine out a whole thing in a couple of minutes, a matter of minutes. Okay, I went ahead and mined out about 10 stacks of coal there. Our guy is like a third damaged, and I'm smelting up those, or 9 of those stacks of coal right here, and I'll turn them into coal coke in our coke oven, and then I'll turn that into a bunch of steel. 1 full stack of coal coke bricks will make 5 stacks of steel, which is pretty cool, I'd say. And yeah, I'll try and smelt that stuff up in between recording sessions, though I don't know if I'll quite have time for it. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this second session, and hopefully we'll come back and get a little bit more progress done in the next 2. Today's actually Saturday. I'm going to try and record my next session later tonight, and then the last one Sunday morning, but this video is supposed to go up tomorrow, so hopefully I can put together something pretty nice, even if we don't get quite as much progression done as I thought we might. Alright, it's very early in the morning for recording session 3, and it's actually already Sunday, so this video is being recorded at least in half on the day it's supposed to go out. But I did go ahead and make all of the coke bricks. I think I have slightly more than needed for the 32 coke ovens I wanted, but I think I am going to go for 36 coke ovens, a clean 4 coal or charcoal bricks every time they run, which will be super nice. I need to spend a little bit of time building these all up because we don't have any like building gadgets or anything, and even if we did, I don't have access to any of that kind of stuff at this point in time. I think I'm going to go ahead and stack them up vertically, actually, to make them look a little bit nicer. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is how high I want to go, and I'll just make a little platform to put them on in a moment. I'm trying very much so to build permanent structures in this series. Things that we can maybe pretty up later, but they will stay here and serve a function for forever. And in this case, this will serve a function of getting us charcoal for forever, which can be used as a fuel source of, you know, great proportion for pretty much the entire game. It's just as strong as coal in the furnace, and I'm sure we will have furnaces for a while if we want to, like, you know, make a bunch of like smelting happen really quickly, because, you know, like electric furnaces are pretty cool and all, but they're kind of terrible at, ooh, I did this wrong. They're kind of terrible at cooking up a ton of items really, really quickly. For now, I think I'm just going to set up these 18 and call it a day. I'll put the rest of these in a chest somewhere, and should we need them down the line, we can set up the other 18 or so. Next things next, we need things to put in those coke ovens, and I think for now the best plan of action is just going to be to make a lumber axe, which I am about to do, and I'm making it entirely out of steel actually, so hopefully it'll have 1,000,000 durability points. Alright, here we go. Apparently this already has a mining level of 5, kind of useless on an axe, and an effective durability of 2,000. Pretty good if I say so myself. I did find a redwood forest all the way up here, way up here. By this village. These, I think, are redwood trees. And I would love to go chop one down and get a ton of redwood saplings. Also, I don't think I ever raided this, so I might go there too. I guess the question becomes, do these trees have more than 2,000 pieces of wood in them? If so, this may be a problem. Also, I'm pretty sure they have a different type of wood on the inside. No, they don't. Never mind. That is incorrect. So let's chop it. Oh, that's unfortunate. They do have a different type of wood on the inside. And I can only do the 3x3 because this technically doesn't count as a tree, I guess. Darn. Ah, okay. These are the trees that I'm looking for. These, I think, can just be straight up axed. And it'll chop the entire thing. And we can just grab it. And hopefully I can just... Oh, these are also redwoods. These are just crappy redwoods. I'll take it. Alright, and all redwoods in the vicinity have been chopped to death. But I have almost 4 stacks of saplings, or sorry, almost 3 stacks of saplings, which probably means that I can just grow a bunch of them. I'm gonna need to look up how they grow, though. apparently you're able to grow a full redwood from one sapling, which seems a little cheap. Plus, they give so many, so like, I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna get these coke ovens running, and then I'll probably go set up a little tree farm in the mining area, so we can just have a bunch of redwoods. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of really nice looking. It just looks like something was accomplished here, even though I know I didn't even build it up all the way. And here we go, a 3x3 plot of redwood trees, all with their 7x7 area to grow. That is the required area, and lit up. So hopefully, that's a scary cave sound. Hopefully, I should just be able to do this. Does that encompass all of them? Not quite, right? We want to do that, and then I can probably chunk load them. How do I chunk load? There we go. And basically, these trees will just grow naturally. Maybe I'll get a mob farm going soon enough so we can have bone meal for these and I can just come grow them whenever I want to. But for now, they will grow on their own. Alright, so I did go ahead and manually complete these quests because I don't want to make alamite. That sounds just like an extra step, and I can just, I made the alamite, I just didn't turn it into an ingot, and I don't need it in an ingot form. And I also manually completed the tool forge, so I didn't have to make more alamite large plates. Ooh, crossbow might be cool. Maybe I'll make that eventually. Yeah. I did want to test something out. I want to make the... Oh, do I have a feather? I don't think I have a feather, do I? I need to go find a chicken to kill. Chicken has been successfully slaughtered. I need a booking quill, and I need this recipe right here to make the stockroom catalog, which shows what items and how many of them you have in your chest. I think you just do this. Yeah, you click on it and it links it. Okay. So we'll link all the chests and then it'll show us what we've got. It doesn't actually look like it's implemented that well because it can't figure out what some of the ores are, and it can't figure out what some of the ingots are for some reason. Instead of just like, listing their name that it says they are, it can't figure it out. I don't know why. I don't know. I'll keep it around and maybe it'll come in handy someday. It can just go in the backpack of things I might use occasionally. Alright, I went for a little mining trip, accidentally left my game running while I was down there and away from home for an hour or two, so all of our coke ovens have finished up, and I did get this up to 1 modifier, so let me purify a little bit of redstone, and then we should be able to upgrade this guy. I completely missed and they went in my backpack. That's unfortunate. Throw this in here. Give me that, please. And I believe I will actually have to repair this. Do I have my tool forge on me? I do. Right there, there. Is that repaired enough? Yes, it is. So we went from a pitiful 2 mining speed to 5, which I think I need to go mine a little bit more copper. So I'll meet you there and we can check the mining speed difference. Because, well, hopefully you remember what it used to be. Oh yeah, this is so much faster. I would say it's almost more than twice as fast. In fact, I don't remember exactly where it was in the 2s, but I think it was like lower 2s. Maybe I'm completely incorrect. Maybe my thoughts are proven wrong by the earlier parts of this video, but it feels like it's quite quick, and I'm happy with this. Okay, I'm gonna mine a little bit more copper, and I'll be back, and we can continue on playing the video. Alright, that took maybe 10 minutes and mining is done. I'm gonna empty out these charcoal pits and probably go to my redwood farm. I assume all the trees have grown because it's been about 3 hours. And compress this charcoal and begin producing more steel. I already have somewhere around 2 stacks. I can actually see the last furnace over there is completely finished. So that means I think I have somewhere around 2.5 stacks of steel at the moment. The main issue with moving forward is things like redstone and copper and tin and all that kind of stuff. I haven't done a proper mine with my hammer yet, which is, the only way to get like really truly good ratios from the ores. And are you guys producing? Yep. For some reason, these things haven't calcified yet. I haven't picked them up at all. And they're supposed to calcify after a couple hours, but they just quite simply haven't. I don't know if that config is turned off or something in the current version of this pack, but hey, I'll take it. I'm just going to compress all of this into, dang it, press all of this into charcoal, and that'll give us another 5 stacks of, I think 5 stacks of steel with those 2 stacks of charcoal. I also need to spend a, ah, shoot, that's not what I wanted to make. Well, I guess we're gonna make a bunch of raspberry juice as well as a bunch of raspberry smoothies, because I think those things will both do well. I need to cook up 2 stacks of potatoes, and I'm not gonna make you watch this, so I'll be back in a couple minutes. I guess if you grow them yourself, they tend to be the largest size, which is really good for me. It means I get a ton of wood. I've chopped down 2 of them and I have almost 6 stacks of wood, which is so nice. I'm going to chop down all of them and we'll see quite how much we get from each harvest of this. All right, I'm home now, and that is how much wood we gather per harvest. I mean, I assume it'll vary based on how tall the trees actually grow. I assume they're not exactly the same tree every single time, but this is 28 and some change stacks. I'm going to throw it all into here. I need to eat some food first. And hopefully we will basically just be good on charcoal for a very, very long time from now on. All right, so yeah, I built the 3rd layer, and I think we're gonna spend the most of the rest of this episode kind of laying out the plans for like automating this. It's gonna be incredibly expensive in terms of like raw materials, but like, I'm not super concerned about the cost of raw materials. I can go mine a ton of tin in like 5 minutes, and it might take a little while to process, but hey, we will live. The goal of the game is to have fun, I guess, and make cool looking things. That second one is actually a huge priority of mine. Okay, so everything should be running there. How many have I actually processed on these lower ones in that time? 7. That's not bad. And my coal should be getting smelted up. 41 of well, 128 technically. Apparently, well, there's a dog that's very angry at me, apparently. Apparently, for some reason, normal Minecraft nether quartz ore still exists in this pack. Didn't think that was a thing, but I just found one. Anyway, I need to be in the nether and map out some mining chunks here as well, because, ooh, that's quite a drop. Because I need to find sulfur in order to, geez, that's quite the drop. Press onward in the pack. And ooh, there's some glowstone there. I don't know if I want to go down there. I truly am just having the time of my life in the nether right now. Definitely no things trying to kill me. Haven't almost died 100 times. Ghasts aren't all over the place. Spiders don't turn into smaller spiders for some reason. Everything is fine and dandy. Seriously, dude? Come on. Why did he have more health than the other one? And I haven't even gotten a single gas tier. I don't even know if they drop gas tiers. That's a little disappointing. Ardite, yellow limonite, nether quartz. I already found one very important ore, the crushed realgar. These things only spawn as small ores, and you need a little bit of them to get into, I think into the MVH. So that's pretty chill. Is this realgar as well? Small tin. Nope. Bye-bye. Okay. I have searched an unreasonably large area for this sulfur vein right in front of me. I was of the persuasion that this stuff wasn't all that rare. Also, I'm pretty sure it's directly under a lava lake, because of the dripping lava. But hopefully we won't run into any of that, and I can just mine here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably head home, put some of this stuff up, grab my mining backpack, and I'll be right back. Okay, mining trip finished. I mined out pretty much the entire sulfur vein. I already put up the crushed and impure ores that we got from the small ores, but we got 5 stacks of sulfur here, 2 stacks of pyrite. We got almost another 5 stacks of sulfur there, quite a few pyrite, some sphalerite there, more sphalerite, 2 more stacks of sulfur, and 1 more stack of pyrite. That's a pretty good haul, especially considering each of these pyrite ores smelts into 2 iron ingots or can be crushed into 4. This sulfur can be, I think, pulverized, yep, into 4. Yeah, because it's a nether version. It should turn into, yep, 4 sulfur. So I'll probably go start processing a couple stacks of these. Oh, we completed the quest for the sulfur vein. I'll try and get a couple stacks of sulfur crushed up and ready to go because we're going to need is this done? Did I have you doing something? No. We're gonna need a couple stacks of sulfur for rubber. And since all of our coal is compressed up, ooh, where is a cave? I'm at the top of a mountain. I'm literally at Y level 140. We can throw a stack of charcoal into there. Our first stack of iron ingots into there, and I have all this extra iron set aside because that's the iron that will be turned into steel. When this is all done, we'll have 5 stacks of steel, which should be quite a good chunk of change to get us into the LV age pretty considerably. So, first things first, we need to make some rubber sheets. Rubber sheets need to be made in the alloy smelter with either rubber pulp or rubber bars. We want rubber bars. Can I have the rubber bars, please? Please, thank you. Rubber bars are made by, I think, alloy smelting right here. Yep, 3 raw rubber dust with some sulfur. So that sulfur will come in handy very, very soon. For the moment, we can actually use some sulfur from these versions. So I can go clean this stuff up and start using it for now. But we want to start extracting some rubber wood into raw rubber dust. I went ahead and set up a huge array of rubber trees at our tree farm, but for now we're just going to let them grow and we'll go back and deal with those later. I had some resin already in here that I turned into raw rubber dust. It's still slowly extracting it all, but we can, use that stuff to make our first few pieces of rubber. And right now I'm going to make a bunch of bronze in here, and we can turn all of that into the fluid pipes we're going to need for these guys. And I think we'll probably leave off until next time to get into electricity, because I am going to need to, build a roof on top to, make sure my machines don't explode. I did make a nice little stairway right here to get down into our base, because I hate climbing down ladders, even if it's actually technically faster. I prefer to just come up the stairs and then be here. Eventually this will morph into some sort of walkway. This will all be cohesive. I'm gonna live here for the entire pack, which is going to be a very long time, so let's make it pretty here. Okay, what is the last thing that I want to do before we move onward with the end of the episode? I feel like there was something that I wanted to do. Oh yeah, and I just happened to check these. These things have calcified just a little bit. They're at 112 liters per second rather than 120 liters per second, which is somewhat less. Not really a big deal though. I'll break those probably when they get down to 100 liters per second, because that'll be a somewhat significant difference. But by the time they get there, we might actually be off that sort of power. I want to put the fluid pipes up for these guys. I don't know if I want to do item pipes yet. What types of item pipes do we have available to us? I'm pretty sure it's just tin. And I don't have a ton of tin at the moment in order to make the pipes. It's 1 stacks per 8 seconds. That's pretty good. We can make brass 1 stacks per 4 seconds. Brass is a little harder to come by though. Electrum, platinum, that's not happening. Yeah, probably just tin item pipes. And we want the bronze fluid pipes. We want the small ones, not the tiny ones. These things are made fairly efficiently for each of them. Another thing I wanted to do was come down here and give all the trees that have grown in the rubber farm so far haircuts. Because, and it looks like I've gotten fairly lucky actually with the rubber on these. I think each of them has at least one. We can take a rubber tap and tap this. I don't know if I've shown this in this series yet before, but dang, these rubber trees are actually pretty good. You can just go around, grab them, and this is a great way of getting rubber pulp at the beginning. Eventually, we're probably going to want to... Where did that rubber go? I did not hear it enter my inventory. There it is. These things can fly off basically at the speed of light and go basically anywhere in the entire map, but you can find them eventually. And there we go. Just gotta give it a new haircut. That guy just grew. And yeah, this is a good source of rubber, as I was saying, until you can find a slime island. I don't think this guy has any trees. We'll come back and fix him later. Those can be very useful because you can centrifuge the slime that you get from them directly into the raw rubber pulp or whatever. But I'm going to collect some of these and probably extract some more of them, and I'll be back in just a moment. I should probably also mention that the rubber patches grow back. I've already harvested this one twice. This was the first one I harvested, and I just came back and harvested it again as I was like halfway done harvesting these trees. So that's something to keep in mind. You don't have to keep growing new trees to get new rubber patches. You can just get a block of trees with good rubber patches and have those trees for forever. So yeah, we're pretty much done here. Then I can go home. And one more project to me to set up wow, what am I saying? One more project set up for me between episodes is some cows. And I'm a little too poor right now to have a proper cow pen, so we're just gonna have a cow pit. I'm gonna breed these guys up a bunch of times. No, 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 you can't leave. You can't leave. You can't leave. Thank you. I do need those leads back though. I want to breed these guys up to like 1 million cows so we can have like a good source of leather, because leather is an incredibly important part of most of the like quality of life items in this pack, or at least in the early games. So if I can get like 50 cows in there or something, and I can just slaughter a bunch of them with like a Fortune 3 sword or something, that would be really useful. Yeah, I'm really happy with a lot of the progress we've gotten done today. Let me check my Steam and I can make some bronze plates and set up these pipes, but then we're probably going to call it a day. And there we go. All the fluid pipes are hooked up. I need to make 27 pumps, ones for each of these pipes, but that'll come next time. The pumps aren't actually that expensive. It's just a lot of things that aren't steel, which is perfectly fine because steel is the most expensive thing because it uses my time. As you can see, they're each connected to the top of the middle of each one over here, and yeah, that's just kind of how it's going to be. Okay, I think that's going to be everything for this episode. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, and I apologize for that, but we've done a lot of setup and are ready to jump into the LV age as soon as we can get this huge mess up and running and get some of these coal solid, or the solid fuel boilers, and liquid fuel boilers producing steam for us. Hopefully with this amount of these guys and maybe some more water tanks, we'll be able to run like maybe a 3x3 of these at full uptime, producing multiple amps of LV power worth of steam. So yeah, that'll be for next time though. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hey, leave a like or something. My boots are gone. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.